cold showers can provide enormous physiological and psychological carryovers, but just in case you have not been exposed to this information before, here's a quick list summarizing the benefits. But there's one big obstacle that stands in a way between the majority of people and all these sweet rewards that cold showers promise. And it goes like this. I don't like it, it's painful. And today's video goal is to help you understand the foundational protocols backed by neurology that, if followed, can help you minimize the physical and mental pain and actually enjoy cold showers, or at least suffer far less. Breath control. This is the number one absolutely essential aspect to take care of. Breathing is a physical gateway through which we can consciously control our nervous system to a large degree and decrease the perception of pain. If you don't control your breath during cold shower, it becomes irregular, short and shallow very quickly, and that creates a negative feedback loop to the brain, makes you far more stressed, and the whole experience becomes unbearable in an instant. So take deep breaths and focus especially on prolonged exhales. Fill your lungs with air to the maximum capacity by using the power of your diaphragm. Hold it for a second, and as a rule of thumb, exhale for around 10 seconds. Another easy to follow high impact rule is in regards to your initial reaction. Inhale just before the initial contact with the water, so once it finally hits you, your first response is that long, calm, controlled exhale. Jump right into cold. Even though intuitively it feels more appealing to get into cold gradually, starting from hot water and progressively going down, it is far worse, more painful strategy than jumping right into cold. Neurons that sense cold respond to relative drops in temperature. So it's not about the absolute coldness of the water. With each temperature drop, cold receptors in your skin fire and start sending signals to the brain, and it computes them to this temporary, most unpleasant feeling. You can easily experience this phenomenon also during hot shower, when you stay in a particular temperature and you feel comfortable, but once you increase it for a moment and then try to go back, it somehow feels far colder than before. So to minimize the total sum of experienced pain is to bypass these multiple pain peaks and handle it only once. The impulse may be slightly stronger, but that's why we use the power of breathing to not panic in these first crucial seconds of the game. Cover the whole body with the water fast. Another counterintuitive advice derived from the nature of cold receptors. Getting into cold is much harder, you produce more stress if you do it slowly. Despite that, people tend to do it very slowly, starting from feet and progressively going up. But the problem is that each step of covering an additional area of the body is painful. We perceive a vivid pain in this particular new place, and we feel a mental resistance to progress at every part of that unnecessarily long process. If you get into a cold water up to your neck, it is much more comfortable than being halfway in and halfway out. And that's because of the difference in the signals that are being sent from your upper torso and your lower torso. So by entering the water relatively fast, you save yourself a lot of time spent in pain. Don't hesitate. If the decision was made, the worst you can do is to wait, disrupt, delay, dwell, doubt, and think for too long. The longer you wait, the longer you are in a state of mental pain. If you doubt that, conduct the following experiment. Right before you turn on the water, stare at the shower head for a prolonged time. Anticipation of inevitable pain covers your mind with fear and discomfort, strengthen negative emotional load to the level that you may even spot that your body is already shaking. It already entered fight or flight mode. So whatever internal narration you have in your mind, make sure to minimize the time distance between making a decision of taking a cold shower and actually taking it. There is a number of other methods that can make cold showers more enjoyable, as rubbing specific areas of the body or triggering dive reflex. but these discussed before appear as the ones that are the most important in terms of pain perception. Now let's see them all combined in action. I've made my decision of having a cold shower, so whatever happens in my brain right now, I make sure I jump there as soon as possible. Now, I set the temperature to the coldest possible to avoid multiple pain peaks. And now I will take a big inhale and let the party begin, covering the whole body with the water right away. Big disclosure here, please don't take these advices as a definite source of truth. Use your own judgment. You may harm yourself if you just jump into an unknown body of water or if you have a certain medical conditions and you follow these rules. Nevertheless, they are applicable for most people most of the time. Credits go to Dr. Andrew Huberman, who's a neurologist and whose work I'm personally obsessed with, and just wanted to present some of the information he shares in a more condensed package about the topic I'm genuinely curious about. Hope this video was helpful. Bye bye and enjoy your life.